YouTube, welcome back. It's your boy, Stim Hardball, the greatest coach in Boise State Broncos history. It's been a while since I uploaded Boise State Broncos Dynasty. Not too wild, but long enough where I know y'all are missing it. We have the Capital One Orange Bowl today. The Boise State Broncos versus the Michigan Wolverines. It should be a good battle. Man, but make sure I hit that like button, comment down below. NCAA 26 is coming in a couple months. You know we're gonna be playing that. Put on post notifications so you know when Boise State Broncos and all the other games are uploaded. Schedule 1, Red Dead, all the games, all of them, and most importantly MP. But let's get right into episode 29. These coaching skills. Let's see what else. Let's get it. Michigan State. I said Michigan State. Michigan versus Boise State. Y'all know what uniforms we gotta rock. We gotta rock all black. We gotta rock the all black. It's a funeral out here. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl.
And we
Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game.
Riley.
Bringing it out. It's Riley. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Broncos offense trots out there to open this game. I love being in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So much history and tradition. Too many championships have been won in this game. But Kirk, they've been playing this since 1935. Can you tell me who won that first Orange Bowl?
You know what's funny is I actually asked Sunshine Scooter, who's from Miami, just in case you might ask me that question, so I have an answer. Miami played the Bison of Bucknell, and Bucknell upset them. Talk about a team coming out of left field and pulling off an upset even back then. But who would have guessed how much this game in the college football world would change?
Michigan came to play already.
Because this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Catch made on the out route.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And he finds his target. He has the first. Good enough for first down yardage.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Brown. Looks like he's going to run it.
Jerry.
Slides down to avoid
He's a freshman.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions.
They say he's not ready, Jerry.
Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards. In which
they say you're not ready, Jerry.
Slides down
but I say you are, Jerry.
And he pulls in the catch. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Well, that's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
On the outside, it's Riley.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup you want to exploit, take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up the first down.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I really like the idea on 3rd down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down. Sometimes that can work out, but the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
And the Broncos will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Defense is coming after him. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense. So Michigan's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
We'll keep going down there.
They start the drive giving the ball to the receiver on the end around. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or a reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Handoff in a single back formation.
Tackle.
And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very on this winds up a safety.
That's how you get a game started by this defense. What a way to score here early. We'll just have to see if these 2 points make much of a difference if this game ends up coming down to the wire.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll boot it away from the 20. Goes out of bounds. They'll spot the ball at the 39. Good starting field position. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Looking to make a play deep downfield. He's got it right near the end zone. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Extra point puts them up 9 now. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Oh, my God. Bro.
He got stopped right at the 24.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to caller. Allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Oh, a reverse. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines. Here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Riley. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that gave him a chance in a really nice game.
Second down after that previous play. running game. He shreds the tackle. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
The Broncos with 1st and 10 here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge and putting pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Can they convert on 3rd down and keep this drive rolling? Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. It's caught. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. And the Broncos will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete.
That conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver. And the ball comes out that fast and puts so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
You hear that time,
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Defense can't stop me. This defense can't stop me.
Defense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. They'll run it here.
Ward.
Forced out of bounds just short of the end zone. So Kirk, Boise State is in front. We reach the end of 1 in this quest to move 1 step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far.
We got 0 passing yards. And we got 7.
Through 1 period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the 2nd? They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd.
Jerry.
And it gets to the end zone. Touchdown, BSU. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field. It's Orgy. And the receiver's got it. And that will pick up the first down to slot it at 38. A new set of downs after that completion. They're going to run it here. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the...
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines' offense is on the move now. On first down, it's play action. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Yeah. Blue ball.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Again, it makes it second and medium. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Yeah. Oh, my God, Bates. Go, Bates.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead.
Go, Bates.
They finally make the tackle, but the defense gashed by that big gainer.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
To throw, it's Brown.
Good
Receiver
catch.
makes the catch. In
Big
the
body.
clear at the 25.
Big body band.
And a
Remember, I
big
used
gain
to be
before he goes out of
dusty.
bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Good rush, DeBoer.
And that run produces a decent gain. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone.
That was dumb.
Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points. At the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Tough spot for the offense here. 3rd and 10, back inside their own 5-yard line. We're going to find out if they're going to play it safe or take a risk. And here's the handoff.
No way. He can get there.
They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
This is why you
And
blitz.
the Wolverines will have to punt this one away. Looking to flip the field here.
How did I not get
And the
him?
returner brought down by the coverage team.
That was a dumb pick, Parker.
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. The pocket breaking down. Oh, that one's picked off.
I threw the ball away, bro.
And he's got some open field
I
ahead.
threw the ball away.
10. Touchdown, Michigan. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback. He feels the pressure. He wants to get rid of the ball. And you can see what can happen when the pressure gets to that quarterback right in his face. The ball is up in the air. The defense is able to come down with it, not only for an interception, but they get a touchdown themselves.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now.
Bates,
The catch is made
Fuck
for a
you talking
huge
about.
pickup.
I recovered from real
Oh, and he's
quick.
in the
Bitch
clear
ass
now.
boys.
It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Boise State. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot it. Gifted him a touchdown.
PAT is good, so the lead is 9. This kickoff team, let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive. He fires this throw and is intercepted.
Play.
Follows the fake with a nice return before finally being brought down. The offense starts with a short field. And the single back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Broncos are in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Touchdown, Broncos. This offense cannot be stopped. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
No problem with the PAT right down the middle. Returner trying to create good field position. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
Get him.
He breaks free. He's looking to scramble.
Slam. Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to pass. It's Orgy. Sacked. It's a loss. Back to the 6. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his look.
There's a shot toward the end zone.
Got it.
He's got it. Touchdown, BSU.
God.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop.
Boise State 37, Michigan 14.
Bringing it out. It's Stewart.
Sit down.
Ball is caught by the returner deep inside the 20.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Next week, he's going to be in the
It's an out route. The catch made. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain on the pitch and catch. The Broncos looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal.
Next week, he's going to be in the offseason.
In for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Domination. What a performance.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Just about 20 seconds remaining here in the half as they'll line up on 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Orji. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. The timeout is called. Touch strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
Got it.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown,
Got
Broncos.
it. That bitch got 8 for 267.
Well, you talk about a dream performance by this guy. That's his 4th receiving touchdown of this game. We knew he'd have chances to make plays, but I don't think anybody expected 4 touchdowns.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fielded in the end zone.
Yo,
It's
let's get a
Stewart.
fumble again.
And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime.
First half by the Boise
Looks
State
like the
Broncos.
offense is content to
A
run out the
complete
clock here and just
domination.
take
We're
it
on
to
a roll for a
intermission.
hundo.
Minutes going to
But
wrap
we
up
probably
the
gonna-
first half here.
we
Let's
probably
kick it
gonna
down to
flip
Kevin
our-
Connors
running out
with
of
our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup
Got
would
20
look like.
rushing attempts?
So much at
Hell
stake
no.
in this win or
Really got
go
20
home
rushing
game,
attempts?
and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff
They really got
football.
that bullshit ass
And you know,
75-yard run off.
in a day where the spread option and air raid, physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll feed the back again. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And the Broncos will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Running with purpose.
1st down.
Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Not much on that play. Brought down short. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Takes the handoff again. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. really sound defense on that play.
Riley.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. The gain makes it second and medium. The back's got it again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I was just about
The player was down injured
else.
after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. That run sets up an important third down call for this offense.
Riley.
Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, BSU.
This really
And the
just an
beatdown
ass
continues. That's a crucial touchdown. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Michigan 14.
Bringing it out. It's Stewart. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
Michigan offense will take over.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. The gain is 4, so it's second and 6.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And looking for a big play here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason.
And the junior able to get home with the
sacks
sack.
today.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this
baby.
defense.
Let's go.
They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And he's got a crease here. Look out. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The shotgun handoff here. Powers through.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
So Boise State is in front. These playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle, a shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. So let's get back to the action. Be an impressive CF State.
You gotta be to take out your starter.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Give it to the back again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
He's tackled at the 42-yard line. Offense facing London.
They'll go for it on fourth down for a 5th time. They're 3 for 4 so far today. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. Just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Holding. Offense.
See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Now here comes the bunch formation.
Putting back up, fine.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense comes to the line for third down off the incompletion. Looking to throw. It's Nelson.
Boom!
Doesn't hold on.
This is why Dak Prescott is back.
Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. The first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Touchdown, Boise State. To stretch the lead, the route is on. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
Oh, man, that's sickening.
Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Michigan, 14.
Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Makes it with the 16. That's good coverage there.
That's the game of the whole.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure is coming.
Sack, JBM.
Sacked, dropped at the 3.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Back up.
They'll hand it off. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. First down here for this offense. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. On first down, why not keep it on the ground?
Riley.
They get him down,
Riley
a solid run by the freshman.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? The shotgun running play call. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal.
Let's go.
And the quarterback will take a knee.
Beautiful dub. That's a 50-point win.
The playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue.
the stats for the team in that. 12 for 25, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. We went 2 picks, but hey, whatever. Russian, Dubar 70, Riley 50, Jerry Brown 33, Dudley 19. Bates Motel, don't even gotta talk about it. Good lord. Defense, sacks, JVM, Milkovich, Filet, you're that guy. We have 5 picks of that. Oh my god. Manson next week. Who do we play? Kansas State or Alabama? JVM Player of the Week. JVM Defensive Player of the Week. National. Bates. National. Oh, Mountain West, my fault. Then National Player of the Week. Who we playing? Kansas State Wildcats. And YouTube, that is the end of episode 29 of the Boise State Broncos Dynasty. You see, we just put that belt to ass to the Michigan Wolverines. You see who we got next. And that Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, we got the 14-0, number 2 ranked Kansas State. The Wildcats, man, it's going to be a good game. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you put on the post notifications so you know when the game is uploaded against Kansas State. You know you want to see that's going to be a good game. That's a game to go to the Natty. But YouTube, I love y'all.